Okay, this picture shows to the relationship between the five elements. The wood usually create the fire, fire create the earth create the metal, metal create the water. This circulation in our planet. Actually, you know that the ancient people, they understand fire usually from the big mountain, which is from the wood. It's especially windy day, the big tree loving each other that create the heat and finally make a fire. So that is usually fire from the wood. And also fire make ash back to the ground, which what form the earth. And earth also contracted, that make what hard stone, and more harder you have what the metal. So metal's action is what take it inward and contractions. And also when after they create the metal, so they understand this way, and digging the ground, you may meet the big or huge rock, and under the rock you may see the big stream, water stream in the earth, usually under the big rock. So big rock is actually metal. Under the metal there's water. They understand this way, and squeeze up the orange. You see that there's just the juice comes out, and they understand this way. The earth contracted, that make a metal, but there's a liquid comes out and finally form the water. So water also nourishes the wood, and this I thought you know that. So this is a relationship. We call this is what generation sequence, and also each generation sequence usually plant on the earth. Earth usually produce or nourish the plant. So wood or plant control the earth, and also earth cover the water, and also water split over the fire that reduced fire. That means water control the fire. Fire also melt the metal, so this we call the controlling, and metal also cut down of the tree. So this is kind of the relationship, which is a controlling sequence. When you look at this looks like what is that? The controlling sequence. It looks like clockwise, but counterclock. You can understand this way. Ancient people, they understand the desert area. There's no plant. It means if two axes of the earth, that might be affect wood. So this is what goes to this way, and wood. The giant tree is breakdown of the axis. So that is the wood also control the metal, and to cold matter, also reduce the fire section, and also fire dry up the water, and also water make a wet of the ground. So it is counteract action. Counteract we call this counterclockwise circulation. So clockwise circulation, this is overacting, or counterclockwise, that we call inserting or counteracting. So this is a relationship with the five elements. But all these are related closely related each other. So if one element get the change of the size, the change of the energy power, it might be affect the other four. I thought you play with a rubber band and make some star in your finger area. But if you think about this way, if you pull the one side of the elements or finger, that might be change of the star inside, which you made it. So like this way, please take a look this part. If you see the one element getting access, that means it take energy from the leg elements, which controlling the sequence elements. Usually drain the chi from these two, and then it make a bigger. So this is the access condition of the certain elements. If certain element getting access, that means opposite to getting deficiency. And also these elements usually share the energy with a family member, with the mother and son. So one element get access. Usually other two can be access, other two can be deficiency. For example, we can apply to the wood access. You can put the wood. If wood getting access, which one can be access to? There's a fire and earth and metal and also water. Water and fire both are getting access in during the access of the wood. But other two, which is the metal and earth, getting deficiency. Okay, and if one element gets smaller, get deficiency, what's going on? It drains the chi to the enemy, with the controlling sequence. The elements usually take out the energy from these elements. So this element getting deficiency. How about this one? That will be getting excess. Also excess, right? And in this season, in this picture, usually the family member borrow the money and the energy to these elements. So both are getting reduced. The deficiency. So most of the deficient case, you have this picture. The excess case, you have this picture. So please put one more elements. This is the wood. If wood element get deficiency, we shouldn't get the deficient too. Fire, and also this water, and this earth, and this metal. So get deficiency of the wood, that cause of the earth and metal get access, and other two getting deficiency. But in treatment of these elements disease, we have to readjust or reform the elements with original form. So this one is too big, so you have to reduce, right, to the original form or size. So you have to use the reducing method. And how about this one? It also reducing method. And also this one getting reduced, and that use the tonic by extension, for reforming. So this is a treatment method basically. But in treatment of in nature, not like simple as like this picture. But anyway, you know that, right? So this too. You expect what? You expect the sedation of this, and this one also sedate, this one also sedate, right? But in treatment of the five elements, there will be tonic. But this is a great concept, the right concept. But you have to know this relationship. What is this relationship? This is also enemy, the controlling. So what is the goal for the sedation? You have to sedate the sun. This is the main goal. Because if you drain out the chi from here, that is easy to drain out the chi from excess elements. So that's why the first goal of your treatment in this case, you have to drain the chi from the sun, which means sedate. But if you use the sedation method on this one, which is the mother organ, what's going on? It tends to getting excess, but what is this? It tends to getting smaller because mother all the time tends to reduce. How about the sun? Tend to excess. So in this concept, if you use the sedation method, this one you should what? Sedate. How? If you tonify up this, it might be controlled this one and easy to controlling, and it helps to or enhance the sedation of these elements, chi. So that's why in treatment in five elements, even this one is big, but you should use tonic. And also sedate of this and sedate of this, tonify. This is the main treatment method. But mostly in five element disorder, we not much use the treatment or not touch the element the element which get the disease. So mostly we touch these four in treatment. Especially you can use it this one first, and also tonify which one? This one. And also if you want to touch the mother elements, you have to use the tonic action, even the axis of the mother. Okay? Because if you give some energy to the mother organ, that is to control this one. And it accelerates the sedation of the energy from the sun. Okay? And also we can see another picture with the water and fire, or this one. Same way. If you treat the deficient condition, I thought you expect the sedate of the elements, and also tonic and tonic, tonic. But same way in this one. So mostly this is right, also great concept. But if you try to tonic up this, so think about this one. If you make a severe of this, or if you added the energy to the sun elements, it is to control of the what? The mother elements, which is bother of the tonic of the mother. So what is the first goal for the tonic? Mostly, this is the first choice, which is tonify mother, which is ready to, or the transfer chi from mother organ or mother element to the what? Disease organ. So that's why this is the first goal to treat. But you have to use it for the tonic of the mother. You have to sedate the sun. Even the sun is deficiency, you should sedate. The methods should be used. Okay, and also this is what? You should sedate, and tonic, tonic. But this one should not be tonic. When you look at this picture, the mother organ and sun organ. Mother and sun. Mother all the time tonic, and sun all the time sedate, which means no matter how excess and deficiency of the mother and sun, you must use it what? Tonic of the mother and sedate of the sun. Okay, this is a treatment method of the 5 elements. Okay, by extension of the 5 elements, we discuss more. Okay.